Welcome to the 8th Annual Journalism Excellence Awards. My name is Eric Latif. I'm one of your MCs tonight.
Good evening once again. I like it when I say good evening, I hear loudly. So, habari zenyu, mko poa, karibuni sana. My name is Maria Wanza. These awards are a continuous annual celebration of journalistic excellence and achievement in Kenya. Judges review submitted entries and award stories which demonstrate excellence, creativity, journalistic merit in their presentation.
Now to deliver welcoming and introductory remarks, please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and applaud Mr. David Omoyo, the Chief Executive Officer of the Media Council of Kenya.
Your Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, our chief guest, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Information and Technology, Mr. Jerome Ochieng, our Ajea finalists who brought us here tonight, media sector stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You will wonder why I did not attach any title to His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, because we were unable to agree the title to give him yesterday. Half of the people who were in the planning committee saying he is the former prime minister. The other half said he is, excuse me, the AU High Representative for Infrastructure. But we all agreed that he is an institution in himself. So he is Baba himself, no need for a title or an institution. I am elated that all of you honored our invitation and came here today. Tonight I want to speak about how Kenya can set the standards for journalistic excellence. You know what happened on 16th January about the Dusit attack, where we lost 21 lives, and we had a little altercation with the New York Times about a photo that was published that we thought was a little unprofessional. Eventually, they may not have put the photo down, but they sent a new bureau chief for East Africa. The whole idea is that in journalism ethics, you must appreciate people's feelings and don't mock the dead. I speak this with a clear understanding that we have a very close relationship with the US, and the US Embassy has a representative in here from the public affairs. But you will agree with me that less than 7 days ago, we had 2 mass shootings in the US and more than 30 people dead. None of us has seen a dead body anywhere. It's about, as you strive to bring out the truth, respect people, their dignity, and their families, and don't glorify evil. The single clip that the New York Times put in a video was when security agencies shot dead one of the attacker. If anybody has followed that, you'll see that little clip. None of the carnage, none of the victims. The purpose of this evening is to celebrate, recognize, reward, and respect. We at the Media Council of Kenya believe that journalists, well, among other people, work in extremely difficult circumstances. It is important that we recognize and appreciate them. These annual awards, with a little tweaking and a major attempt to improve the type of categories and the awards being given, is meant to appreciate excellence in journalism and the effort to tell the truth despite very difficult circumstances. So, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you this evening to join us to continuously celebrate our colleagues in the media who have gone out of their way to stand for the truth despite a lot of pressure, both economic, social, and other challenges that they face. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to now invite PS Jerome Ochieng to come and give his remarks before proceeding to invite the chief guest. Bwana PS, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Bwana Omoyo. To our chief guest, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, to the CEO, Media Council of Kenya, media stakeholders present here today, Annual Journalist Excellence Award finalists also with us here today. I also want to recognize the management and staff of the Media Council of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Excellent. Indeed, it is a privilege to be amongst you today. This is not an everyday occurrence. To be in the company of movers and shakers of the media sector in this country. The government of Kenya is committed to having a free and thriving media sector. This is due in great part of the fact that the media is recognized as the fourth pillar or estate of government alongside the executive, the judiciary, and even the legislature. Media is the only branch of government, so to speak, that interrogates and magnifies issues on behalf of the citizenry. This is essential for a truly accountable government, which has been your theme for the just concluded annual media summit and also underpinning the awards tonight. The role of media in a democracy like ours is most critical in determining the overall efficacy of our public discourse. We rely on the media to bring about accountability and transparency in the conduct of public affairs, while deeply anchoring the importance of public participation in all aspects of our governance. In essence, media is the watchdog of the society. To do this, the media must introspect and ask itself whether it is carrying out that task to the best of its ability and if it is yielding the desired results. This, in essence, refers to the quality of journalism in this country and whether it faithfully interrogates what ails Kenya while helping to find solution. I would want to emphasize the fact that really, as we bring out challenges as the media fraternity, our focus also should not only be just identifying the challenges, but I think we should also be thinking about what are the solutions to the challenges that we enumerate. In my opinion, this means going beyond the watchdog role, which is important, to also providing solutions as the media is the next frontier for media in this country and befitting of the fourth estate or pillar of government. Research has shown that readers of solution-based article not only feel more informed, but also want to continue to learn more about the issues and are inspired towards working for a solution. Just to re-emphasize the fact that as media, we should also be playing a very important part in coming up with solutions to the problem that affects our society because indeed we are also part of that society. Ladies and gentlemen, for this reason, the annual Journalism Excellence Award is really very important. But simply looking at how the media has performed in relation to the code of conduct for the practice of journalism in Kenya, and also recognizing those who epitomize the best of the code in practice. As government, we will continue to engage with the media sector through the regulator, that is the Media Council of Kenya, to find ways of strengthening the sector and ensuring quality outputs. We commit to work with you in putting in place a media sector policy that strengthens the Media Council of Kenya Act to help it keep up with the ever-evolving media sector, especially as regards to digital media and the emergence of independent content produced by bloggers vis-a-vis what we call the fake news. I just want to emphasize the fact that in most cases, technology will always be ahead of us, will be running faster than us. But I think the most important thing is that we also need to keep pace with that change in technology so that technology does not run too far away from us. We've realized the changes in technological environment, and like we said, the fourth industrial revolution is based on technology. The fourth industrial revolution will change the way we do things, the way we speak, the way we act, and even the way we behave in social gathering. I was just making a joke another day. People in a social gathering nowadays don't talk to each other. They talk on their WhatsApp because technology has changed them towards that direction, because most of the information you will be referring to or you want to make reference to will be on your phone. So you find a group of 3 or 4 guys seated together in a place, but everybody is quickly referring to their phone. So what we are saying is that the fourth industrial revolution, which is technology driven, will change the way we act, the way we even behave. Sometimes you get yourself to a situation whereby you find that your privacy is interfered with because everybody knows where you live. There are applications that even tell you that you are now at home. So those kind of things. But I think as we move with the technologies, the requisite infrastructure needs to be put in place, and also the legal and regulatory framework, so that also people don't abuse technology as technology changes with us. But one of the things I always want to emphasize is that as we move into the fourth industrial revolution, which is technology-driven, we also need to build requisite skills that will help us move together in tandem with the fourth industrial revolution. What does that mean? We want our institutions of higher learning to come up with courses that are responsive to our present technological needs. Let us not churn out graduates that will not be of help to us because they are not responsive to our needs. So this is a call and a challenge to our institutions of higher learning, that as we look at your curriculum, as we look at what is being taught in our institutions, let us come up with courses that are responsive to our respective needs. Ladies and gentlemen, please be assured that the government remains on track in living to its vision for the media in this country as one that should be robust, resourced, responsive, and responsible. That element of responsibility also is very important, because you find ourselves in most cases, we always find some issues reported, but then you ask yourself, when and where did I say that? Because of being reported out of context. As for tonight, I look forward to celebrate with you the best of the best in our media sector. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again, and we look forward to working together with you, and the government is committed to working together with the media industry. Thank you. Having said that, it is really indeed my pleasure to invite the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Karibu Baba.
Thank you. The Permanent Secretary, the leader of the media fraternity, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. I'm conscious that I'm addressing paparazzi, and therefore I must be very careful. Well, I am very happy and feel honored to have been invited to come this evening and join you at this very prestigious occasion when you do the Journalism Excellence Award of this year. I am honored to join you also to just be acquainted with some of you. I see so many familiar faces that I meet often in the field, but today we can meet and socialize together. The media, as you know, plays a very important role in any society. I don't need to overemphasize that point. But I want to say that media accountability and good governance, which I'm informed is the theme of this year, for this year, makes for an interesting subject at a very interesting time for our country. These two are at war as we speak. There's a quiet transition taking place in our country. Many are yet to come to accept or to come to terms with it. It is one of the interesting things happening in our country that Kenyans are counting on the media to capture and explain accurately and accountably. We are also in the middle of a tug of war on corruption and envisage constitutional reforms. We have a corruption war in which suspects have tried to control and shape the narrative and even provide some kind of live feed. Their narrative is that the war is a witch hunt. In an atmosphere that is increasingly getting too charged and too emotional too early, you have seen a war being waged on the reputations of journalists and the entire media houses. So despite the general calm, we are actually in the middle of a toxic engagement that can be confused and confusing. I want to begin, therefore, by acknowledging our media for the courage to steer the conversation back to what really matters. You have seen the media do some exemplary reporting, particularly on the emotive subjects of corruption and governance. Where we have been baited to discuss witch hunt or no witch hunt, the media have pushed back and refocused the debate to the issue of whether you have corruption or not in the first place, and whether there's abuse of power and office in this country or not. It is a commendable effort that we have to acknowledge. That did not begin today, though. Over the decades, our media has distinguished itself through bold coverage of issues ranging from corruption to governance to politics and human rights. That bold exposition has triggered debate that made Kenyans participate actively in the affairs of their country and prevented us from sliding to the abyss like many other African countries. But as you know, you'll know where we're coming from. I know of a number of journalists who have paid a very heavy price for standing on principle. Those dark days when truth was equivalent to treason, I know very many journalists who went to the dungeons. I myself have shared cells with journalists, either next door at the infamous Nyayo House or in the detention camps out there. Some journalists had to run away into exile because of standing on principle. So sometimes it's necessary to remind Kenyans where we're coming from. The kind of freedom that we enjoy today did not just come from heaven. It's a product of a lot of struggle by the people of Kenya, and many Kenyans paid a very heavy price for it. So you have sustained the crusading tradition that helped this country overcome the single-party era and also made us realize our new constitution. You have been through the Golden Bug, the Sabasaba riots, the Anglo-leasing, the NYS, and now the dam scandal, to mention about a few of the mega corruptions that the media have boldly shaped conversation on. It's a glorious tradition that we must continue, and we must safeguard against those who want to trash and to trample on it. Like everywhere else, the media in Kenya are far from perfect. They make big mistakes. Sometimes mistakes seem deliberate or sponsored, to use a Kenyan word, while others look like normal human error. Whatever the case, any mistake by the media, no matter the cause, often has grave ramifications. I therefore want to encourage you to always realize that as journalists, you are writers of the early drafts of our history. Historians, biographers, and future politicians and other leaders in all fields will draw heavily from the early drafts that you write today. It is a heavy responsibility you must bear with extreme care, without emotions or feelings. Like every other public figure, I have occasionally felt maligned and misunderstood by the media. But I reject the attempt to generalize that into some kind of a vendetta and a permanent war against journalists. I remain opposed to any kind of threats to or any organized campaign against the credibility of the media or individual journalists. But let us face it, I know that our media feel embattled right now because of the atmosphere of mistrust that continues to be created in the country by a section of the electorate and the political leadership. We need to know that just as a section of leaders seek to turn journalists into demons and enemies of the nation, an equally significant section of the political class, those who have walked the full journey that this country has had to travel, and who know the role of the media, that the media has played in that path to where we are today, still believe the majority of journalists do noble and necessary work, and we will stand with you. We recognize that you preserve our imperfect democracy and protect the rights of our citizens. We recognize that our citizens depend on you to separate lies from the truth at a time a tide of misinformation is passing as breaking news. The media cannot afford to be caged. You cannot afford to be cornered. You cannot afford to surrender. From history, we know that those who would destroy democracy begin by destroying the media. We know from history that insecure leaders with skeletons to hide crave adulation and unquestioning praise by the media. We know that such a war is underway in our country. And in history, you just go back to Hitler's Germany and look at his Minister for Propaganda, Mr. Goebbels, who coined the theory of the great lie, that if a lie is repeated several times, it becomes the truth. And they went on to master the media and created this propaganda machinery that was called the Volksempfänger. There's the Volkswagen, then the Volksempfänger. That was a receiver that was planted in each and every household, and each time blaring the Nazi propaganda, and therefore indoctrinating the people to believe that what Hitler was saying was the truth. The consequences is well known to everybody. As a country, we must stand against organized movement to discredit mainstream journalism. We lose every time we allow politicians to brand everything that appears in mainstream media as fake news or opposition politics when it does not favor them. Such threats create not only a threatening atmosphere for the media, but also confusion in the country. Discrediting the media makes it difficult for citizens to be alert and informed. It makes it difficult for citizens to tell what really is going on and to pay attention to the debates taking place. It also makes it harder for the media to get the public to pay attention to the important information that it has, be it on corruption, governance, or even terrorism. It may be a strategy in our unending politicking to make it difficult for the people to tell the truth from the lies, but it needs to be stopped. In this kind of environment, the media will have to work harder and build trust. We will need to do more and ensure they show us the documents and sources they are using for the stories when need be. They have to take extra care and ensure that they get the story right before running it. For journalists to live up to this calling, they need personal inner conviction. That is not enough. They need support of their employers. I believe that as part of the effort to cushion our media and help them cushion our democracy, media houses must invest in their journalists. Journalists need freedom, they need safety, they need good pay, they need a clear career progression path, they need job security, and they need a sound working environment to get credible stories that get to the bottom of the issues that matter to our country and that shape our government policy. Journalists need to be given time, freedom, and resources. We will not get to the bottom of the corruption and governance challenges plaguing this country when media owners align themselves with suspects and tell journalists to drop that story when the reporters are denied the money and the related resources to follow corruption stories to logical conclusion. And when journalists follow up critical stories, report threats to their lives, media houses should take up such reports seriously and work with the state to ensure the corrupt do not use threats to silence media. I want to say this as I conclude. To win the war on corruption, to register our governance systems and align them to our changing needs, we need the truth to win over propaganda and lies. It is the only way to stop misinformation from shaping public opinion. And one incident I want to quote here. 2 days ago, Nation media ran a story about Kenyan Parliament sending a bloated delegation to some nondescript conference of parliamentarians in Nashville, Tennessee, United States. They said 85 delegates. The following day, there was a heated debate in Parliament. Members of Parliament threatening the national media that they're going to throw them out of Parliament for misreporting this information. What they did not tell the nation is how many delegates of Kenyans went to Nashville, Tennessee. Because I also have my sources where the nation got it. That, as a matter of fact, it is not 85, it was 90. 90 Kenyans are there, when the United States, the host, has only got 9 people. And Nigeria, which has got the second largest, has got 20. Brazil has got 9 people. Japan sent 6. Portugal, 2. And Kenya, 90. So, including the 2 speakers of the houses, the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Speaker of the Senate. It's a shame. And the nation seemed to have recoiled because they were threatening the Parliament. Stand by the truth, say it as it is. The Parliament owes this country an explanation, why they have to be sending bloated delegations to conferences which bring no benefit to our country. Many countries now are tired of receiving Kenyan delegations. Even Kenyan embassies abroad will tell you they are tired. If they are not members of the National Assembly and Senate, they are MCAs running around that they are coming to do benchmarking. The other day in Dubai, I was transiting and I meet a whole county assembly from one of our counties, I don't want to mention which one, that they are going to do benchmarking in Dubai. Dubai does not have a devolved system. Dubai has got a ruler who appoints people all over. So they don't have people to go and benchmark with. It is a shame the way these elected institutions are wasting our money is something that must be brought to a halt, and our media must stand for the truth, because the truth will set you free. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wise counsel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the main business of tonight, celebrating journalists who did exemplary work in the last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Ajea was adjudicated by 15 judges. To understand how they went about this task and to tell us about the quality of this year's entries, please welcome up on stage the Chief Judge this year, Mr. John Gashie. A round of applause, please, as he comes.
The guest of honor, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Mr. Jeremy Ocheng, the Principal Secretary, Ministry of ICT, the members of the Media Council Board, and members of the both judging and the nomination panels, the Chief Executive Officer of the Media Council of Kenya, fellow members of for the state, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very honored to have been given this opportunity to try and take you through what the processes were and what we did. But I must also make a disclaimer that I've been told to cut my story short. Yes. That journalists are in a great hurry to get the scoop to what it is that we were doing. Now, this judging process was, to say the least, one of the most demanding, one of the most extensive, and one of the most fulfilling for the judges. And just before I perhaps tell you the processes that we went through, I just want to acknowledge and let you know who my other fellow judges and the panel were, on whose behalf I am speaking of, and also to acknowledge that this was a hatchet job by my fellow judges to make me the judge. I didn't campaign for it, but it was an issue of a handshake. I'm sure the Prime Minister would also understand that. However, having said that, let me also acknowledge the judges and the panel that helped us get through this. The judges were, at least my able deputy was Dr. Nancy Buka, Dr. Joseph Nyanoti, Dr. Jared Ubuya, Ms. Catherine Openda, Mr. David Okwemba, and last but not least, Mr. Maina Moirori. I was hoping that you would really applaud them for being with me. The other members of the nomination panel, who are equally distinguished in this profession, both as academics and practitioners, were: the chair of that panel was Dr. George Nyabuga, Ms. Rose Rukalo Wino as a deputy chair, and other members were Mr. Eric Shimoli, Mr. Caleb Atemi, Mr. Masharia Gaido, Ms. Betty Dindi, Mr. Isaac Omulo Okoth, and last but not least, Mr. Andrew Tuye. Would you please acknowledge the same? But even before I take you through this, and bear with me, and remember, this is our day, ladies and gentlemen. I would be remiss if I did not want to also acknowledge the other people who helped us along. And these were other players. And first and foremost, I would like to acknowledge that we had a group from the Secretariat that provided the logistical, administrative, and any other necessary support for us to go through the nomination and the judging process. This were led by Ms. Christine Ngoko, who is the Manager, Training and Media Development, Ms. Ruth Kwamboka, Media Training Coordinator, Mr. Abraham Kisang of Media Monitoring, Mr. Simon Jogona, ICT Officer, and last but not least, Ms. Fiona Awor, an intern at the MCK. Can you please acknowledge those two? Now, I am cutting my story short and to start saying that, ladies and gentlemen, we, and I like to assert this and perhaps borrow what the Prime Minister has said, We are a distinguished and honorable profession and vocation. We are highly competitive, but we are also governed by high ethical and professional standards in the service of our most demanding, unforgiving, and capricious client. That client is the public. The public expect us to do one and only one thing, namely to defend, protect, enhance, and fight for their interests. Where those interests may be at threat, in danger, or compromised. I am sure the chief guest, I am not sure you are entirely convinced of our hallowed claim to always defending, protecting, entrenching, and developing the public interest. But that is the main reason why we exist. And this reason is entrenched in the Constitution through Articles 33, 34, and 35. We are expected to be purveyors of truth through the search of facts, cross-checking the same to verify their accuracy by giving context and providing the background to answer the key question. So what? Our clarion call is follow the facts and they shall lead you to the truth. It is in the pursuit of truth through the search for facts that we are gathered here today to acknowledge, praise, reward, embrace, and honor those of our profession through accolades and acclaim which they so deserve. And in the process, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, you allow us as the Fourth Estate to blow our own trumpet, which we rarely do. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we need to use this occasion to blow our own trumpet, and we do it without any reservations whatsoever. I hope once we get to the actual awards, we shall hear the trumpets, because we need to hear more often of the same. Ajea, as is popularly known, remains one of the most respected and prestigious journalism awards here in Kenya, the region, and in Africa. And as has been evident over the years, we only recognize the best among the best. And so tonight, we gather here for the 8th time to celebrate and honor one, journalists whose work has had impact. Two, journalists who have lived to the ethical principles guiding our profession. Three, journalists who, in the advent of facts, alternative facts for that matter, fake news, have remained steadfast in ensuring that their stories are fact-based. And fourth, journalists whose push to tell a good story keeps them awake at night, and whose commitment to the public that they serve remains unmatched. This year, we received over 650 entries, a slight drop from those that were received last year. But even with a drop, in the number of entries, the nomination panel and the judging panel did not have an easy time. It was not an easy job. It was a labor of love. We spent many working hours on any given day to ensure that we arrived at those who will be honored this evening. Those hours were spent shifting through hours of stories. I must say, it was a difficult challenge, but we lived up to it. The teams remained very professional and committed to the end, because a lot of the team in the panel, judging and nomination were at one time journalists, or were journalist trainers or journalist educators of repute, of long standing. They have been there, they have done that, and they value and appreciate the role of good journalism in a country like ours. In this regard, we also did note that there is a lacuna, and that has also been referred to by the former speakers here, especially the PS in the Ministry of ICT, and also the Prime Minister. I think it's question of sourcing, question of how credible the sources are. How do you evaluate, imagine, and also cross-check and verify that the sources are not using us to then have a different agenda in terms of manipulation, in terms of propaganda, in terms of fake news, and also causing confusion and possibly having the journalists start doubting themselves, and more dangerously, having our most capricious client, our consumers, start questioning and doubting whether then we are telling the right stories with facts, cross-checked, cross-verified, and given the context, given the background, because it is only once that is done, then we can be the purveyors of truth that we claim to be. Now, notwithstanding these ethical and professional lapses and failures, the nomination and the judging panels were treated to journalism of very high standards. Journalism that we were proud as former Fourth Estate practitioners, trainers, and researchers to adjudge. And we are very proud that we did get some very, very good stories. In some instances, more often than far between, it was a difficult call to arrive at the ultimate winner. On several occasions, it took long hours of debate. We had to do a lot of rereads, a lot of re-listening and reviews to determine who the winners would be. Categories such as development, gender reporting, and good governance presented us with a huge challenge, but a winner had to be determined. In total, we shall award and acknowledge the winners, the first runners-up and second runners-up in 13 categories today. I do, in this regard, urge that the Media Council to not only open the words to include entries in vernacular languages, but to also consider awarding journalists or media houses who use online technology to produce quality journalism and to tell compelling stories. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I now wish to formally address the winners of this year's awards. They are somewhere within this region. Tonight, you join the roll of past Ajea winners who, through their work, have made a great difference to people's lives. Because that is what good journalism is all about. Congratulations. Indeed, this is no mean achievement, But like any other good thing, we have higher and greater expectations of you going forward. For the rest of us that have helped the media grow, and specifically I would like to point to the Prime Minister, those words you say that you never played along to hurt the media were very well taken, sir, and your record is well recognized. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you.
This is how we're going to run the award ceremony this evening. So, we announce a category, and then we are going to invite somebody who is going to announce the winner and award the trophy to the winner. When your name is called up here as the winner, we kindly request that you come pretty fast because we want to run a tight ship, all right? Of course, because all you guys are on this side, so you'll be coming to the stage from this side. You want them to come round? All right. So you come round, and then you will receive your trophy, and you will move to the side of the stage that has the Ajea banner and take your photo. As you're having a photo, we will be moving on to the next award. Right? So that we run a tight ship. Tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja? Tupatiane makofi moja ya mbili tatu ya kilo. 1, 2, 3, twende! 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 Now, the Chief Judge told us about the categories. The 8th Annual Journalism Excellence Awards will reward journalists who stood out in 13 categories. Let's move on to the first category this evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first category is the Business Reporting Award. This award recognizes journalists who accurately interpret the impact of policies and laws on business and business practice on the public.
I would like to call up on stage P.S. Jerome to present the Business Reporting Award, Print.
Print, Wainaina Wambu and Josphat Mbogwa Thiongo, The Standard Newspaper. John Kamau, Sunday Nation. John Paul Wafula, The Standard.
Business Reporting Award, Print. The winner is J. O. H. N. John Kamau, Sunday Nation.
Congratulations, John Kamau. John Kamau's story, it was called Fertilizer Politics and How Factory Bid Was Derailed, was published in the Sunday Nation. It followed a scandal revolving around setting up a fertilizer factory. Congratulations once again, John Kamau. To present the next award, Business Reporting Award Radio, please welcome on stage Ms. Praxidis Saisi from the Retirement Benefits Authority. A round of applause as she comes up.
Broadcast Radio, Asha Zame Bekidusa, Radio Citizen, Masi Taira Murengu, Upendo FM, Josphat Kilai Kioko, VOA.
Business Reporting Award, Radio. The winner is Josphat Kilai Kioko, Voice America.
Congratulations, Josphat Kioko.
Bahari imekuwa shamba la kilimo. Ni sehemu ya kinachotajwa kama blue economy. Nimezuru kijiji cha Kibuyuni, Lungalunga, yapata kilomita 100 kutoka mji wa Mombasa. Lengo kuu ni kujionea jinsi wakulima wanavyofaidi kutokana na gugu bahari.
Now we're going into the TV category. The next award in this category is Business Reporting Award Television. To present this award, I welcome on stage Morgens Lassen, Councillor for Denmark.
Broadcast Television, Zainab Wandati and Wamboi Kurema, NTV. Raynur Osare, KTN News, Dennis Mbai, Sam Munia Wakaba, Elijah Kanyi, and John Allen Namu, Africa Uncensored.
And for Business Reporting Award TV, the names are Dennis Mbai, Samuel Wakabe, Elijah Kani, John Allen Namu, African Onset KNT News.
Congratulations to the Africa Uncensored team. The Africa Uncensored team, congratulations. Their story, My Donkey, My Co-Wife.
The donkey, a beast of burden the world over. For thousands of years, the donkey and the common man have been close friends. Their relationship has enabled them to get through life and improve the lives of others. That is changing. Today, donkeys are being hunted down and killed. I want to know why. So I'll be going to 4 towns: Limuru, Naivasha, Kajiado, and Narok.
Let's move to the next award category, ICT and Telecommunications Reporting. The award recognizes journalists who have written or produced outstanding stories in the area of technological advancement to enable the public understand, embrace, and use new inventions.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Dalma Abdi from Huawei, who will present the first award in this category.
Print, Delphine Mugo Wanjogo, Daily Nation, Victor Olwoch, Sunday Nation, Waikwa Minor, Business Daily.
And the winner is Waika Minor, Business Daily.
His story talks about conducting farming via telephone. Farmers are using an app to get alerts on all transactions related to their accounts, starting with delivery, agrovet services, payment, AI services, among others. Congratulations once again, Waikwa.
And because of what he has done, he's going to be going to China for 2 weeks. Mpigieni makofi. The second award in this category is ICT and Telecommunications Reporting Award, Radio.
Broadcast Radio, Janet Murikira Njunge, Baraka FM, Masi Taira Murengu, Upendo FM, Ruth Kia Kadide, Radio Rahma.
We would like to welcome Abby Boltel of JTL. Boltel.
ICT and Telecommunications Reporting Award Radio. The winner is Masi Taira Murengu.
Mwanafunzi ambaye atachelewa kufika shuleni baada ya saa 2, kidude hiki hutuma ujumbe kwa mzazi kumfahamisha kuwa mwanawe hajafika shuleni.
It can now be able to identify for us the students who have not reported to school. And by 8:30, we send messages to the parents that your child has not arrived in school.
I'd like to call up on stage Dr. Catherine Getau from the ICT Authority to come and present the award for ICT and Telecommunications Reporting TV.
Broadcast Television, Salma Mohammed and Collins Adede. Voice of America, Victor Moturi, Ebru TV, Dorcas Osunga Wangira, KTN News.
ICT and Telecommunications Reporting Awards Television, and the winner is Dorcas Osunga Wangira, KTN News.
Congratulations.
Today, he will attend to children in a different way.
Hello.
It all begins with a call from Kevin Amudavi, a clinical officer at Dadaab Sub-County Hospital.
Fine. So, let's get to hear about your patient this morning.
Yeah, today we have 2 clients.
Yes.
We are going to start with the baby that is here at the moment. The baby is Salman Aden Olat. So
as Kevin reads out baby Salman's vitals, Dr. Mukhwana inputs the data on another computer.
Home. At that time, we were also treating. The patient was on ceftriaxone, amikacin.
Now we move into the category of Gender and Reporting Award. This award recognizes journalists who have prioritized and provided understanding of issues that seek to promote equity and empowerment of men and women in society.
To present the award for Gender and Reporting Print, help me welcome Kate from Plan International. Makofi tafadhali.
Print, Rebecca Mutiso and John Ndegwa Gadhungu, People Daily. Angela Atieno Okech, Daily Nation. Evelyn Makena Gatobu, People Daily.
And the award for the Gender Reporting Award, print version, goes to Angela Atieno Okech.
For the award, Gender and Reporting Radio, would like to call upon the Kenya Editors Guild President, Mr. Churchill, to come and present this award. Makofi, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gender Reporting Award Radio.
Broadcast Radio, Emma Kahaso Marevu, Radio Citizen. Babu Abdallah Zingo, Radio Citizen. Michael Kenothia Mbogwa, Baraka FM.
And the winner is Emma Kahaso Marevu.
Kulingana na mama ambaye mwanawe alipata ujauzito katika mikono ya mhudumu wa bodaboda, ameelezea masikitiko akisema kuwa baadhi ya hudumu hao hawafanyi kazi hii kama biashara bali ni mtego tu kwa wasichana wanaoenda shule.
Akienda shule asubuhi, nasikia mtoto wako amebebwa na boda. Sasa nikafuatilia mpaka huyo boda nikamjua. Nilipomjua sasa, nikamuuliza, wewe boda huyu anakupatia pesa? Anasema hanipatii pesa. Na baada kwa ndo namfuatilia huyo boda, mtoto wangu alikuwa ameharibiwa tayari. Alikuwa ndo ameingia ujauzito.
Let's move into Gender and Reporting Award TV. To present this award, help me welcome Ms. Marcy Chege from Plan International.
Broadcast Television, Salome Moirori and Cosmas Mwongela, Switch TV. Hussein Mohammed, KTN News. Tobias Chanji and Moses Mweri Bayer, KTN News.
And the winner is Hussein Mohammed, KTN News.
Congratulations, Hussein. His story was titled Merchandised.
We are about to get into this dark world of external human trafficking here in Westlands, Nairobi, to meet up with some of the young Asian teenage girls who are locked up and left voiceless here in Nairobi. Westlands neighborhood in Nairobi, Kenya's capital city, is the location in which hosts...
The next award category tonight is Development Reporting Award. This award recognizes journalists who have produced well-researched stories on development issues, including those that highlight advancement of agriculture, infrastructure, food security, arts and culture as envisaged in the Vision 2030.
Print, Angela Atieno Okech, Daily Nation. Wanjohi Kabukuru, New Africa Magazine. John Paul Wafula, The Standard.
To present the Development Reporting Award, Print, please put your hands together and welcome Rogers from UNDP.
Good evening. The winner is Wanjohi Kaburuku, New Africa Magazine.
His story, Mass Demolitions Mark the Start of Nairobi Regeneration, was published on March 19th in the New Africa Magazine.
Let's now award Development Reporting Award, Radio category. To present this, I welcome Paul Walslavik.
Broadcast Radio, Idi Musiemi, Ikra FM, Salim Zani, Radio Salam, Victor Mwambi, Biblia Husema Broadcasting.
Development Reporting Award Radio. The award goes to Victor Mwambi, Biblia Husema Broadcasting.
Victor Mwambi.
Congratulations, Victor.
Hujambo na karibu kwenye makala maalum, hii ikiwa ni safari yangu ya kutoka mji mkuu wa Nairobi kuelekea Dukana, kaunti ya Marsabit. Takriban masaa 8 baadaye, mida kama ya saa 10 asubuhi, basi lilisimama katika mji wa Marsabit, na mimi na mwenzangu tukashuka na likaendelea na safari yake.
Now to present the TV category for this award, that is the Development Reporting Award, is David Omoyo.
Broadcast Television, Zainab Wandati and Paul Basweti, NTV, Mauritius Odwor, Wilkista Nyabwa and Faiza Maganga, Citizen TV, Noreen Ondiro, Ronald Sang and Owen Kiogora, Metropole TV.
And the winner is Mauritius Odwor, Citizen TV.
Makofi, Makofi.
Congratulations once again to the Citizen TV team of Mauritius, Wilkista, and Faiza.
The roar of the machine draws one to the back of the shack, to the generator. These dusty iron sheet walls house Kakuma Power, a one-man electricity generating company that is lighting up a section of Kakuma refugee camp. It is such an enormous task that drums of water have been rigged to make a makeshift cooling system.
Our next category is the Environment Reporting Award. It recognizes journalists who have displayed in-depth knowledge of environmental conservation, climate change, and the impact it has had to human life.
To present this award, please put your hands together for Ms. Mwendwa Kiogora, UNDP.
Print, Wanjohi Kabukuru, New Africa Magazine, Banadine Mutanu Mutinda, Daily Nation, Victor Amadala, The Star Newspaper.
And the winner is Wanjohi Kaburuku, New Africa Magazine.
Congratulations on your second award tonight. He produced a series on climate change adaptation in Western Indian Ocean, which were a series which were published in the New African Magazine. Congratulations.
Now to present the Environment Reporting Award Radio, please put your hands together for Mr. James Kilonzo from the Energy Regulatory Commission.
Broadcast Radio, Ruth Kia Kadide, Radio Rahma, Michael Mutinda Kaleli, Radio Citizen, Faiz Musa, Radio Rahma.
And the winner
please,
for Environment Reporting Award Radio, Faiz Musa, Radio Rahma.
Jopo la uwakilishi wa serikali mbalimbali juu ya mabadiliko ya tabia nchi katika shirika la kimataifa la Umoja wa Mataifa linaloshughulikia mazingira, yani UNEP, limesema miamba ya matumbawe itapotea kote duniani kwa 70% hadi 90%.
The next award is Environment Reporting Award TV. To present this award is Andrew from Aga Khan University, Makofi tafadhali.
Broadcast Television, Sheila Sendeo, Eric Esinta, and Robert Gishira. NTV, Enoch Sikolia and Stephen Kiprop. Citizen TV, Hassan Gikunda, Nelson Aruya, and Asha Mwilu. Citizen TV.
It's an honor to be presenting for the Environmental Award. I work for the Giving Nature a Voice program, and what is becoming, from my point of view, the most important category as the world faces this incredible crisis in the environment. The winner is Enoch Sikila and Stephen Kiprop from Citizen TV.
Congratulations, Enoch Sikolia and Stephen Kiprop.
From the skies, Nairobi looks perfect. But on a closer look, this is a city choking from the bad habits of the millions of residents who call this home or a place of work. Does anyone know what happens to it all?
Sumu, poison kizungu.
According to scientists, a good population of Nairobi and its environs have such chemicals in their bodies.
The award recognizes sports stories that are balanced and informative, providing an understanding of the importance of sports in talent search, international image building, and national development. Tulete mchezo ndani ya kazi tafadhali. 1, 2, 3, mchezo ndani ya kazi.
Print, Tom Jalio, The Star Newspaper. Bernard Rotich, Daily Nation. Celestine Rebecca Olilo, Daily Nation. Crispin Otieno Magak, Nairobian.
To present this award, I call upon Sylvan from Kenya Ports Authority. Karibu sana.
Sports Reporting Award, Print, Celestine Olilo, Daily Nation.
Congratulations to Celestine Olilo from the Daily Nation. This winning story was titled Rotting in Jail. This is a sports story. It was titled Rotting in Jail. The footballing talent we waited for in vain. Congratulations, Celestine Olilo. A round of applause, please.
The next is Sports Reporting Award Radio category. To present it is Anne Joroge of KPA. Karibu sana.
Broadcast Radio, Shadrach Adenga Odinga, Radio Maisha, John Nene, BBC Radio, Vincent Voyal, Milele FM.
Scooping the award in this category is Shadrach Adenga of Radio Maisha.
Radio Maisha, tuko mbele pamoja.
Ni vipi basi kuna baadhi ya vilabu ambavyo upandishwa daraja na kushushwa baada ya msimu mmoja? Na kuna tofauti gani kati ya ligi kuu KPL na ligi ya daraja ya pili NSL? hasa tunapozungumzia chanzo kuu cha upangaji wa matokeo. Meza danadana viwanjani inajaribu kudadavua chanzo cha ufisadi huu.
Now let's move on to the TV category of this same award, sports reporting. To present that will be Edward Mwasi. Edward Mwasi, karibu sana.
Broadcast television, Celestine Olilo and Shamason Osiago, NTV. Ida Kamau, NTV. Duncan Haemba, Martin Kio and Faith McKenna, KTN News.
Mabibi na mabwana, the winner is Duncan Haemba, KTN News.
Congratulations to the KTN team. Duncan Haemba, Martin, and Faith.
Duncan, happen over here quickly.
Picture this. For 21 years, you lead a normal life. Then one evening, you develop a headache. You go to bed, only to wake up the following day and realize you cannot see anymore. That changes your life forever. That is the story of Henry Wanyoike, triple world record holder. My name is Duncan Haemba.
Now to the next category. This next category of awards recognizes journalists who write stories in service of the common good, capturing issues revolving around policies that seek engagement of communities in decision-making processes. The award is the Devolution Reporting Award.
First up, the Devolution Reporting Award, Print. To present this award, please welcome Miss Williams. Let's take a look at the finalists.
Print, Victor Olwoch, Sunday Nation. John Paul Wafula, The Standard. Mariana Nekesa Choi, The Star Newspaper.
And the winner is Paul Wafula, The Standard.
Congratulations, Paul Wafula. Congratulations. His story was published in The Standard April 21st last year. It was titled The 1.5 trillion shillings that breathe life into counties. Congratulations.
Let us now fit the best journalist in Devolution Reporting, Radio. To present this, a representative from the U.S. Embassy, Mr. Paul Karibu.
Broadcast Radio, Masi Taira Murengu, Upendo FM, Margaret Matunda, Sauti ya Pwani, Kamadi Amata, Mtaani Radio.
Devolution Reporting Award Radio, Margaret Matunda, Sauti ya Pwani.
Congratulations, Margaret. Congratulations.
Kambi ya Mkuki ni mojawapo ya ngome kuu ya uchimbaji madini katika kaunti ya Taita Taveta, ambapo aina mbalimbali ya madini hupatikana, kama anavyosema hapa Gabriel Mcharo, mwenyekiti wa Chavia Mining Welfare.
Tourmaline, green garnet tourmaline.
Now on to Devolution Reporting Award TV. To present this award, I'd like to welcome Mr. Anthony Wafula from Hivos. Makofi Tafadhali.
Broadcast Television, Edmond Nyabola and Robert Gishira, NTV. Duncan Haemba and David Mwenda, KTN News. Sharon Baranga and Robert Gishira, NTV.
Drum roll. Tafadhali.
And the winner in this category is Edmond Nyabola and Robert Gishira.
We have received a tip-off about a rescue operation by the DCI Child Protection Unit and the State Department for Social Protection involving a 3-year-old boy who is under the custody, guardianship of an American couple. Now the DCI detectives are going to take back the child, and we are trailing them right now to understand what this is about.
The detectives have allowed us to film on condition that we conceal their identities.
To governance reporting category. This award recognizes journalists who write stories geared towards upholding integrity, the fight against corruption, promotion of the rule of law, ethical practices, and national cohesion in matters of governance.
To present the Governance Reporting Award, print category, let us welcome on stage Lydia Manyasi of Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Karibu sana.
Print, Edwin Okoth, Sunday Nation. Brian Wasuna, Daily Nation. John Kamau, Sunday Nation.
Governance Reporting Award, Print. And the winner is Brian Wasuna.
Congratulations, Brian. His story appeared on The Nation of the 11th of February. It exposed how taxpayers were set to lose 6 billion shillings in a meat factory farm. Meat factory scam. Congratulations once again, Brian Wasuna.
Now, I would like to welcome on stage Marita of Transparency International to present the Governance Reporting Award Radio category.
Broadcast Radio, Diana Nekesa Wanyonyi, Radio 1 Tanzania, Ruth Kia Kadide, Radio Rahma, Masi Taira Murengu, Upendo FM.
Drum roll.
And the award for the Governance Reporting Award Radio goes to Diana Wanyonyi, Radio 1 Tanzania.
Ni siku ya Jumatatu asubuhi, naelekea katika mahakama ya kitamaduni ya Rabai iliyo karibu na msitu wa Kaya katika kaunti ya Kilifi. Mahakama hii inajulikana kama Mwembe wa Maruga, jina la Kimijikenda linalomaanisha mahakama ya kitamaduni. Mahakama hii inaendeshwa chini ya mti mkubwa wa mwembe na wanaohudhuria.
Let us now celebrate the best story in governance reporting TV category. To present it is Katiba Institute.
Broadcast Television, Edmond Nyabola and Eric Isinta, NTV. Waweru Nyambura and Ephantas Minor, Inoro TV. John Alan Namu, Samuel Munia Wakaba and Elijah Kanyi, Africa Uncensored website.
Governance Reporting Award TV goes to John Alan Namu, Samuel Maina.
Congratulations to the Africa Uncensored team.
As the poor suffered and died, the rich got wealthier. This is the story of their wealth and the regions that have helped plunder the South.
Congratulations. And now we move on to the Health Reporting Awards. This award recognizes a journalist's determination to generate stories that go beyond medical camps, to inform the public on health, creating understanding of not only medical procedures and related health issues, but also health policies that affect the public.
We begin with the Health Reporting Award Print, which will be presented by Mr. Timothy Kariuki, the chairman of the Media Council Complaints Commission.
Print, Agre Omboki Monayo, Daily Nation. Angela Atieno Okech, Daily Nation. Graham Kajilwa, The Standard.
Health Reporting Award, Print. The winner is Angela Atieno Okech.
Congratulations, Angela Okech. Her story on the Daily Nation explores efforts that were made to educate and empower women to ditch the habit of giving birth at home. Congratulations.
The Health Reporting Award Radio will be presented by Mr. Pius Mwinganisa.
Broadcast Radio, Adano Sharamo Tulu, Radio Jangwani, Masi Taira Murengu, Upendo FM, Wellington Nyongesa, Radio Maisha.
Health Reporting Award Radio goes to Wellington Nyongesa, Radio Maisha.
Well done, Wellington Nyongesa of Radio Maisha.
Katika siku za hivi karibuni hamna maradhi nchini Kenya ambayo yanatatiza kama kansa. Idara ya kushughulikia kansa katika Kenyatta National Hospital inasema imekuwa ikiwapokea wagonjwa takriban 50,000 kwa mwaka, huku 75% wakifariki.
On to the Health Reporting Award TV, I call upon Dr. Nancy Buka, one of the judges, to come and announce and present this award.
Broadcast Television, Enoch Sikolia and Moses Mwakisha, Citizen TV, Timothy Otieno, Dan Imani, Wawero Morage and Tomian Nyongesa, KTN News. Makori Ogechi and Steve Kiprop, Citizen TV.
Health Reporting Award TV. The winner in this category is Makori Ongechi and Stephen Kiprop.
On our first day inside the Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital, we notice a similar occurrence among patients coming in. Most of them are carrying dishes, small containers and plastic basins. Some of those containers are filled with water. We sought to know why.
Vikombe si unanunuanga unakuja naye. Sahani na kikombe. Lazima ukuje.
We now move on to the Photojournalist of the Year award. This award recognizes photographers who have uniquely and creatively used the camera to tell their stories.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Eric Odror from KUJ to announce the winner and present this award.
Photojournalist of the Year award, Enos Teche, The Star, Thomas Mukoya, Reuters, Maxwell Agwanda, The Standard.
And the winner is Thomas Mukoya.
Congratulations to Thomas Mukoya. His winning photo entries speak 1,000 words of the pain, the shock, the loss, and the resilience of the victims of two tragedies. First, the Solai Dam collapse in Nakuru County, and then the terrorist attack on the 14 Riverside Park. Congratulations once again, Thomas Mukoya.
Makofi kwake. The category that I'm going to read about is, it does recognize journalists who work behind the scenes using a camera to bring captivating images that keep audiences engaged and glued to their screens. That award is the Camera Person of the Year.
Camera Person of the Year award, Elijah Kanyi and Samuel Munia Wakaba, Africa Uncensored. Eugene Osidiana, BBC Africa. Samuel Munia Wakaba, Africa Uncensored.
Drum roll.
And the winner is Eugene of BBC Africa.
Congratulations, Eugene. His winning story is about a dangerous bridge that connects two villages in two different constituencies which are dependent on each other.
Kwa taswira ni eneo hatari sana, ila nyaya na mbao hizi ndio njia pekee ya kuunganisha vijiji viwili katika eneo la Webuye. Daraja la Mufunje ni maarufu likimaanisha kufungwa, ambapo kwa hili
Tonight, we are honoring two individuals with the Lifetime Achievement Award. To announce the recipients and confer the honors,
Mutegi Njau.
Hawa ni wakongwe kama mimi. Lifetime Contributions to Journalism Award veterans kama mimi. The first one is Sarah Elderkin.
Sarah Elderkin.
Sarah Elderkin. She was my boss in 1984 at the Weekly Review. The other one is Pius Nyamora.
And Baba will receive Sarah Elderkin's award. Sarah is a British journalist who spent many years in Kenya writing articles for local newspapers. She had a taste for opinion writing as a politician's biggest headache. She studied at Cardiff University and worked at both the South Wales Echo and the Western Mail. In Kenya, she broke the story of the Goldenberg saga. Pius Nyamora started his journalism career as a parliamentary reporter with the Daily Nation in the 1970s and the 1980s. Then he cut a niche for himself when he founded Nyamora Communications and started publishing Society magazine. The weekly political news magazine took the powers that have been head on. Mr. Pius Nyamora's publication, The Society, was the first publication in Kenya to have a caricature of the then president published. Look at that. That was the very first time that Mzee Moi was ever printed as a caricature. And this is thanks to the work of Mr. Pius Nyamora. Today, we recognize Mr. Pius Nyamora for lifetime achievement in journalism.
We are going to award the summit speakers. You remember the summit that we had yesterday and today? There are people who stood out, and we would like to give them awards in appreciation. The first one is P.S. Jerome. The next one is U.S. Ambassador.
Not the U.S. ambassador.
Makofi tafadhali, drum rolls. The next one, I know she doesn't know, Maslin Nyambala. And the next one is Churchill Otieno. Karibu sana, Churchill.
To be presented by Mr. And now to the main award of the night, the Journalists of the Year 2019. Now, winners of all the other categories were entered into this category, where an overall winner who has epitomized high standards of journalism worth emulating was identified and is about to be rewarded. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our chief guest for tonight, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, to announce and award the 2019 Journalist of the Year. Makofi, please, for the Prime Minister as he comes.
Journalist of the Year Award, John Kamau, Sunday Nation, John Allan Namu, Samuel Munia Wakaba, and Elijah Kanyi, Africa Uncensored, Thomas Mukoya, Reuters.
Drum rolls, please, drum rolls, please, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Journalist of the Year 2019.
Journalist of the Year Award 2019. John Alanamu. Samuel Monia. Elijah Kanyi. Africa Uncensored.
Congratulations once again. A round of applause, please, to the Africa Uncensored team. A warm round of applause to the Africa Uncensored team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the team. John Alanamu and his team ventured into money laundering and unscrupulous business. Congratulations. There you go, there you go, there you go.
As the poor suffered and died, the rich got wealthier. This is the story of their wealth and the regions that have helped plunder the South. The profiteers.
Everybody. Our chief guest this evening, Right Honorable Raila Odinga,
Yes.
is going to receive an award of appreciation for coming to be with us this evening.
Makofi tafadhali.
Congratulations, Mr. Raila Odinga.
What I can say is that I feel so happy. It's not always that you win an award. I remember there are so many entries, many people applied for these awards. So winning, and especially in a competitive category like environment, remember we had the who and who in TV reporting, and so winning is, let me say, it makes me happy.
Well, I'm really excited because this was my first time to even participate in this MCK or any other awards that I've ever been. One, because I've not stayed in the media for so long. I just came from campus the other day and then I applied. This was my first feature. I'm shocked that actually the first application I made to the Media Council to win any award brought me this prestigious award.
This is my first Ajea, but I've won 4 international awards, but winning this means a lot to me because it comes from home. You know, they always say a prophet is not honored at home, so this means a lot to me because it's home.
Kwa lugha ya Kimombo wanasema I was nervous, butterflies in my stomach. Manake ukiona ule upinzani kutoka kwa mwanahabari John Nene, yule ni nguli. Yule ana tajriba na haiba ya hali ya juu. Ni mwanahabari ambaye nimekuwa namfuatilia kwa muda, si kuanzia jana ama mwaka jana tu. Nimemfuatilia mwaka nenda miaka rudi. Kwa hivyo unapata kwamba hata kufanya kazi naye, kusimama katika jukwaa moja na John Nene ni jambo ambalo naihisi ni kama tu uko unacheza mchezo wa kandanda, alafu tuseme unacheza timu kama Watford, uende Camp Nou kucheza dhidi ya Barcelona, kila mtu anataka kumsalimu Messi. Hivyo ndo nimejihisi. Kwa hivyo kuibuka mshindi dhidi ya John Nene, na pia vile jinsi ya Vincent Voyo ambaye ni mwanahabari ambaye nitasema mahiri sana, mwanahabari ambaye ni nguli, mwanahabari ambaye anaibukia lakini kazi yake inakubalika. Kwa hivyo mimi nitasema ni kazi kubwa sana ambayo nimeifanya, na namshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa hayo yote.
La kwanza naweza sema nahisi nimetiwa nguvu na ushindi, na namshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu manake inaonyesha kwamba anabariki kazi za mikono zetu. Kwa hivyo inakuwa kama wanahabari tuna nguvu fulani tumepewa, na tukitumia kuwatumikia wengine inakuwa matunda yake ndio haya.
My story was about the condition, actually the state of Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital, especially in regards to how patients are being handled, the availability of resources in the hospital, and what the county government portrayed at first. So outside we got a picture of a cool hospital where patients are being treated, given quick services, but what happened on the ground actually or inside was a total different story, and that's what we were able to bring out.
My story was titled Teledoctor. It's a very interesting story because it's about how doctors in Nairobi are treating patients in Garissa without having to go there. And it was a story that was filmed over 5 months. So we had when the patients were brought in, and we followed up on the patients after to see how they had improved.
I did a story about garbage rivers, a story that looked at how Nairobi River is being, let's say, the river is being defiled. It's not just about Nairobi River. I went up to Athi River and the effects downstream. Up here, and especially when we talk about the slum areas, when we talk about even the rich areas, like say the suburbs, you find that the very people who are polluting the environment, and industries actually discharging a lot of poisonous chemicals into the river. At the end of the day, even when you hear we have a lot of diseases like cancer coming up, increasing on a daily basis, and you find that some of these cancers, we are the one that causing it. So that was the backdrop.
Hadithi kubwa sana ambayo nilifanya nitarajia labda ibuke kwa ushindi ni moja ya wasichana wachezaji kandanda hapa nchini Kenya ambao wanashiriki ligi kuu hapa nchini Kenya, lakini kwa sababu ya kwamba hatuna miundo misingi, hakuna usimamizi mzuri, vilabu vya kina wanadada hapa nchini Kenya havilipi hasa. Wale wanadada ukienda mitaani kule Mathare katika vindongonjuni vya labda Korogocho maili 7 unapata wengine wao ni majambazi. Kwa hivyo nilitarajia labda hiyo ndio ingekuwa hadithi ambayo ingenisukuma mbele, lakini kuna nyingine ambayo nilifanya, ile hali ya ufisadi katika ligi ya daraja la pili hapa nchini Kenya, kwa maana NSL ama ukipenda National Super League, na hiyo ndio imeibuka kwa ushindi.
What inspired me is that I've seen people talk about environment, talk about these rivers, but no one has come out to just bring out what really is happening and the effects downstream. So in a nutshell, is my love for environment.
Wow, I love technology. I mean, I write about technology, but how it affects people. And also I love people, you know, health, how people are healthy and how technology can save them. And then also, I believe we have to tell positive stories about it. In as much as things are going wrong, there are things that are going right. So that was my inspiration.
Ushindi hauna mwisho. Kila mtu anaweza kujiamini na kujituma. Na la ziada naweza sema labda watu watambue kwamba wapende kazi zaidi ya ajira. Manake hata andiko linasema kwamba Mungu ameahidi kubariki kazi, sio ajira.
Let me say, awards are just a byproduct of excellence. They're not why we do our work. We do our work to have impact, to affect people. If it gets recognized, it's a very good thing. But I hope that not just the award, you'd say that people's lives were saved because of a story, policy changed because of a story, and the award is just like byproducts.